Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Beenbad, and today is the first episode of Sipping Tea with your girl, Beenbad. And I have a special guest that flew all the way from New Jersey, my best friend, and you know him as Gerald, but he's also known as Tiffany Fox in the drag performance world. So welcome, best friend.
What's up, y'all? What's poppin'?
First, tell them a little bit about you.
I'm Gerald, as y'all know. My best friend, her only best friend, her only everything. No. But no, I'm Gerald from Trenton, New Jersey, born and raised. Just turned 30. I'm a drag performer, drag queen, as you call me when you mad at me. But yeah,
I see it.
Yeah, that's it.
So I called my best friend. I said, but my best friend, let's have a talk. Me and my best friend, we talk about a lot of real things, about just the LGBT community, period. We have serious conversations. I wanted to do this, but I wanted to do it on camera because I believe that this will bring a lot of lights to a lot of people. And this would just also just bring knowledge and just be a great conversation for the world.
Right.
So, when did you start doing drag performance and what made you want to do drag?
Actually, it's so funny. My gay mother from Atlantic City. Well, I don't even consider her my gay mother no more. She's like my godmom. Her name's Tanae Long. Icon from Atlantic City. Shout out to Tanae.
Shout out to Tanae.
One night I called her drunk. It was like 2:30 in the morning. I seen she was online on Facebook. And I was like, I want to do a drag show.
Doing on there that late?
I don't know what she was doing now. But I was like, I want to do a drag show.
Right.
And she was like, Butch Queen, please. And I'm like, no, I want to do a drag show. So she was like, okay. So little did I know, she had to plan this whole drag show.
Oh, so she was ready for you.
When it came a time, I was like, I don't want to do it. I'm scared. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm like, I don't want to do it. And I seen this girl from New York named Honey Davenport. She was on RuPaul's Drag Race. She came to Atlantic City.
Okay.
And I remember her performing Cardi B, and it was like predominantly white people in the audience.
Okay.
And the response they gave her to what she was doing, I was like, I can get up there and be a ghetto bitchy girl and do it. So for me, that was what made me like really want to like do that show. And then it became a hobby. Then I started doing it for the money. And then it was like, okay, I kind of could do this like full time, as long as the coin right, I'm in there every night.
Period.
No, I'm just playing. But no, it's fun.
So that answered my next question. So that who inspired you, you would say like that's like something.
Yeah, Honey Davenport, RuPaul's Drag Race New York definitely inspired me.
Look her up. I've never seen her perform. Okay, so we come from a city where we have several drag performers in our city. Some is good. Some just not giving it to me. But I've been to different performances. Who's one of your favorite from our city? Like one of the girls that just, baby, when you watch them perform, you just go up for her.
One of my favorites performing wise is Tiffany Diamonds. Jordan, shout out to Tiffany Diamonds. She's one of my favorite performing wise. It's something just about her energy. It's very, let's get it. So she's one of my favorite performance wise.
Like for me, I would say you, because you're the only performer I know that made me cry performing. But if I didn't have to pick you, I would definitely give it to Ciani. And the reason why is just like the first time I see Ciani, she had a packed show, and like when she was performing her J-Lo numbers and things, it was just like
she is J-Lo.
Yes, she just had the energy. The fans loved her, things like that. So I would definitely say Ciani.
I definitely think it's very important to have a fan base doing drag. Or just being able to have people love you.
Okay.
Because I've seen girls perform, and if they don't have that support in the audience,
So you had to do a show. What girl would love to do a show with? Like y'all do a show together.
What do you mean, like?
Y'all do a number together. Like who would you? You had to have.
I did a number with Tiffany Diamonds.
Okay.
I did a number with Sequoia. I would love to do something old school with Cleo.
Okay,
I would
icon.
love to, yes, definitely the original.
Icon.
I would love to do something old school with Cleo. I would love to do some type of Spanish Beyonce J-Lo thing with Cece. I would love to work with all. I would love to work with all the girls.
How was your experiences working with Tiffany and Sequoia?
Tiffany came to Atlantic City actually in my first show that I ever hosted in AC. I was the youngest black girl to ever do that.
Oh, congrats!
No, but my first show. Tiffany came and she performed for me, and it was a good experience for her just to get out of her comfort zone and her dynamic and come to ours. So that was good. Sequoia was the first person to give me a chance in Trenton, in our home city, because she's the only person who has a show in our city. So she gave me a chance. It was it's always been positive feedback, positive vibes. So everything's been good so far.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
I miss them shows, but I want to get, so you know, a lot of people don't really know that, don't give you the props that you need. You know, you have been in this scene for a very long time in New Jersey. I mean, very young. We started very young.
13.
Yes, and you know, a lot of people don't give you the credit. They don't know that you have set a lot of trends. They don't know that you're a reason for a lot of.
You know, like, it's okay. I'm 30 now. So
Right.
with being 30, like, you know, a lot of things it's whatever.
So how do you feel about the ones that don't think that you are a legend from Trenton, New Jersey? The ones that, you know, when your name come up, he's not a legend.
That comes from people who like hate me, and it's so, for me to have people to hate me is like bad, because I'm like a great person.
Right.
I might be a little shady, but we all are in our community.
Right.
But like, though that y'all, no, I mean, I get it from who I need to get it from.
Right.
The people who know. You get what I'm saying? A lot of the people who walk around and they act like, you know, they are almighty and they are the kings and the gods of, you know, the gay community. You know, they wasn't.
So let's get into that. Okay, let's get into that. For me, it bothers me because in our city, we have people who are giving out statuses for icons and legends. And they have given it to some people, in my eyes, that I feel like don't deserve it.
Well, see, I think, are you talking about when they give it out for the Trenton Kiki ballroom scene or overall?
See, they're not giving it for ballroom scene because some people that they have given it to don't walk balls. Let's be honest. So I would say that they're giving it to for overall. But then they don't pass, you know, in our generation, I feel like the history are not passed of the real people who have made the wave.
Yeah.
So let's get into that.
I feel like when you think about it.
Who would be icons and legends if you had to give it?
If I had to give,
not ballroom scene, I mean who have made waves in our town.
If I had to give icon statuses to people that I remember growing up, because I've been out here in these streets. Icon status is Cleo.
Icon.
Is an icon.
Icon.
She is an icon when you think of drag performing. I'll start with categories. Okay. When you think of drag performing, Cleo is an icon.
Okay.
When you think of, and I'm gonna go down every list. When you think of fashion and design, and Jason Burke is an icon.
Icon.
Jason is the blueprint. You get what I'm saying? If you didn't have a prom dress by Jason back in the day, you didn't have a prom dress. Like, the icon. When you think of hair, you think of the Tyrones, the Scotts, the Mikeys, the Rays, the Ernest's. You think of those people. Icons. You know, when you start thinking of the girls, you start thinking of Aja. You think of the Makias. You think of those girls who were around here that was Kelly, that was getting it in the mud. That was, you know, they were stepping stones. Yeah, they were stepping stones for the girls, to the girls under them. Then when you start thinking about, you know, what else? The Warnies. Who you can't? Auntie Warnie, Reedus. You can't forget these people just because they may not be who they were then. You can't forget them now. Then, you know, as the new generation started to sweep in, you know, when it came to talent and it came to, you know, dancing and just singing, and overall, Sean Quay was the icon for that. Devastation. There has never been another ever in life. Period. Like, I remember watching Channel 19 and all you see was devastation. You get what I'm saying? Right. So you gotta kind of give people their roses, whether they're still here or not. Give it to them,
right? Because
it is what it is. Like,
and then who you would give legends to?
Yeah. They throw that around so much.
No, they throw it around, but let's be real. You've been in the game.
When I start thinking about, when I start thinking about
5-10 years ago,
when I start thinking about people who really would like pave way for girls to walk around the way they are comfortably and stuff, I think of, you know, us.
Right.
I think of the Barbies. I think of every Barbie. You know, I think of the Kaysons and the Brandons and them, and you know, I think of those people. You know, it was different crews of people. When we came up, I remember it being the Barbies, our crew, and then you had like the Takeem, the Nigel, the Chi-Chi, the Benjamin. You know, those were that was how that was set up, and everybody knew their place and who they hung with. There wasn't no other.
An icon, Uncle Joe, Cadillac Joe.
Oh, Joe is the icon of icons. You can't mention a Trenton function, a Trenton party with half of the people who give out statuses have never been to Joe's.
Oh, okay.
And if they've been to Joe's, they didn't get recognized in Joe's.
No. And that's why I'm happy you brought that up.
Nah, no shade, no. But no, yeah,
No,
it's the truth.
Because I feel like a lot of legends and status happen to girls, and I just don't see it for her. You know, when they having balls and they walk in balls and certain girls' names, and I'm like, what? Wait, no. Give the blueprints they credit.
Well, that only way that'll ever happen is if the older generations, you know, they set those. They have to set those stones. You know, if they don't, the young girls are gonna always, you know, be like, whatever. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, but you know, like even with Juice brought another wave to the city for, you know, the younger people and, you know, that generation of people who maybe couldn't go other places and do certain things. He did bring that type of wave, and he tried to have, you know, different functions and stuff like that, which was a good thing. But I just, you know, you can't give history lessons to people that don't want it.
I blame Jews for a lot of how our gay community is right now. I blame Jews for, you know, he have a lot of the young generation that look up to Jews because they don't know. And Jews never sat down to these people and break history down to them. You know, Jews made these people think like he started so many things. And I remember when we was off the porch, Juice was nowhere off the porch. Meaning like...
We've been off the porch a long time.
We've been off the porch a long time. And Juice is older than us. But he wasn't off the porch when we had Nigels and Erics and these legends and stuff like that. They was off the porch. So it's like when you're sitting here and you're not giving credit to Eric and them and not giving them their icon status and things like that.
But that's another thing. I don't nobody appointed him to give those status. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is, there's other girls that are able to do those things. You have other people like Isis is an icon. They made Isis an icon. Mm-hmm. But for her being an icon, she can say. But you know, I personally have never.
So is Juice an icon in your book or not? Let me just get straight to the point.
I think he's a legend. I will say he's a legend. Okay. I will say he ushered in a new wave for the girls.
So what about Nate? You know, because Nate give out statuses. He argued me down that Chew was not a legend. And Eric and Nigel was not icons. So what do you think? Because for me, where did Nate come from? Not being funny, I don't knock him. I don't have a beef with him. But my thing of who are you? You're not even originally from our city.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that Nate is very talented. I ain't no hater. One thing about me, I ain't no hater. He's very talented.
Yeah, he could dance.
But you know, if I had to sit on a panel and say, "Oh, she's a legend. She's a legend. He's an icon," no.
Okay. So
I look at a legend or icon as somebody who paved the way for somebody or started a wave for something. That's what I look at as a legend or an icon. I don't just say it because you around or you might be popular this week or because people may like you this week or because you get more likes on Facebook. Half of the people that get all these likes and everything on Facebook was dirty growing up. They weren't like... I'm being honest, and I'm not saying no particular person, but a lot of people will get 500 likes and I remember you being pissy. And that's real girls, gay boys, everything. So, you know, but, you know, he's talented.
Yeah. So let's shake it up a little bit. Let's look at now you know when we was growing up how the gay scene was back then and how it is now. How would you say what's changed? What is so different?
It's definitely different. Back then, number one, we only had MySpace. So like back then, if you had beef with a bitch, your fault. That was number one.
And that's
it was no Facebook beefs. It was no like your fault. Number two, I feel like nowadays these girls, they get away with a lot more because they have social media. You know, so bitch, you know, you'll never be able to see who Gerald was in 2007.
No.
Because that wasn't there. You know, I can log in my old MySpace. You know, you'll never get to, you only can go by what you hear. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like back then we went through it a lot. It was a lot we went through. Like, we fought boys and we got called, you know, names and, you know, these things happened to us, but we still was out in the streets. We still went to parties. I remember times at Joe's parties, boys came in there to fight gay people, like, and people still went every Friday. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I feel like now they have it a lot easier. Nowadays, the boys is messing with the boys and they open with it. They okay with it. So back then, if you messed with a boy, you was lucky if you got one. So I think, and plus being gay now is so, you know, it's everywhere. It's on TV. It's everywhere. So you could be gay now. It's okay. I remember getting laughed at in Trenton High by straight boys for wearing skinny legs and tight clothes. They thought it was like funny. Like, look at him.
I was wearing them at the.
And then now straight guys wear it. Like, you get what I'm saying? True. I remember people didn't know. I remember people didn't know where to get skinny legs from. Like, they didn't even know, like, who sold, like, you know what I'm saying? So, but, like, you know, I pray that, you know.
So do you think, like, also, you know, with the gays that represent the LGBTs on TVs and things like that, do you think they represent the LGBTs in
No.
a good perspective? Because, you know, when I look at, like, Saucy Santana,
No, he's not a good
Bobby
representation.
Lights and people like
They
that.
aren't good representations
What do
of
you
gay men
think?
at all. I think that those are the people that make people be like, oh, that's how all them, the F word act, that's how they all are, and it's not.
That was
They're-
the topic last night on Love and Hip Hop.
Mm-hmm.
So she's saying it was like, everybody just think of gays as so flamboyant and all of this. And I'm like, well, how can you
But
say
he
that
is, yeah.
everywhere you go, you twerking and, you know, you doing all these things that's, you know, you make
Right.
it seem like
well, people don't know that
the
there
stereotype
is gay men that are business owners.
Right.
There are gay men that are doctors, lawyers, and African American gay men at that. You know, so I just think that the TV, television, that's what they gravitate to because that's what's going to sell. That's what's going to make money. A gay doctor or a gay guy fighting girls on TV, which one is going to make more money? Which one is more interesting for reality TV? So I think that a lot of people do get that depiction and they think that that's how we are. You know.
So let me ask you. You have real females that you consider best friends and friends of things. How do you feel where we come from a city where a lot of females, you know, they pretend to be gay friendly, but when they upset, and it's all over the world, not just Trenton, New Jersey, it's all over the world. A lot of people deal with this, and then they say the F word and things like that. Do you think that these females get away with it because we don't stand up and we don't put them in their place?
I think that.
I don't play with them.
I don't either, and I always tell people like, you know, the real girls will work you faster than another gay person. But like for me, I can be beefing with another gay person. I'm not going to talk to my female friends and be like, yeah, that F word and that, because what's going to happen is they become okay with it. They get comfortable with that word. I can get into it with my female friends and they can call me a bitch, but they won't call me that. They won't be derogatory towards me. You get what I'm saying? So I think that it's our fault because we allow them to do that.
Right.
We allow them to. We allow them in our world, and you know we tell them what they want to hear, and then they use it against us when they're mad.
Right.
And it's not a good look. Remember, I told you about it. Like
Well, I learned at a young age. I learned at a young age, and then I went through it with the Beenbad when the whole Beenbad things started. So
we see y'all playing both sides.
Yeah, you know, liking my stuff, but then on the same dude page, laughing at the shots he throwing at me. So anyway, but what you think about females and transgender? It seems like a lot of females have hatred against transgender females. Where do you think that come from?
I think for them, there's a lot of transgender women that look better than a lot of biological females. So, so for them, it's like their first defense mechanism. You can't have kids. Don't nobody want no kids, really. You can't get a period. I don't want to feel no pain. Like it's,
And I love females that don't hate.
Yeah, I love women who are able to
right.
embrace everybody. Not every transsexual wants your man, or not every transsexual wants your life. Not every gay boy wants to be a girl. If they have a feminine trait, that does not mean they want to be a girl. That's just who they are. So I feel like, you know, with the females, if you don't like transsexual, stay away from them.
Right.
Don't deal with them. Don't 1 minute I love you, you're so pretty, and then the next minute when somebody's talking about that particular young woman, you laughing at it,
right.
or you think it's funny.
There's some knowledge, y'all. Y'all listen.
It's not good.
Coming from someone that's been in the game.
People who have phobias, and that's another thing, homophobia. I hate when people use homophobia because a phobia means you're afraid of something. That means afraid. So you're scared of gay people? What about gay people scares you? What about gay people makes you be like, oh, what?
I think
because we don't want every straight boy.
But let me go first with the females. What I think a lot of females are insecure with themselves because I feel like if you feel like we want to be you, why do you feel like you want to be for us? Or why I say if you feel like we want to be you, then you shouldn't feel like you have to feed into us all. We want to be you.
Right.
But I think a lot of them are upset because they can't understand how someone that was born into a male body looks so feminine, so pretty, and you know, nice bodies, and it's like, girl, love yourself. If you're not happy within yours, do what we do. You could go pay for surgeries and do things to make yourself better.
I'm getting me something this summer.
Don't sit and put us down
right.
and be hatred. And for the guys that's so homophobic, what are you so afraid of? If you're comfortable within yourself as a man, and as a man that's comfortable with yourself, why are you so hate against gay people? What did happen to you or what is it? Is it because gay people turns you on and you can't stand it?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? What is it that makes you want to harm and beef and things like that? And we're going to get into that in a couple seconds. I want to ask you, you know, you've always been You always loved transgender people.
Yeah, I love the girls. I take up for the tranny. Listen.
What is it that you live about transgender girls?
I don't know what it was. I just have always, I've always just been like how you said, some females be like, oh my God, how can that boy become a girl? Like, for me, it's always been, then I had a best friend that dressed like a girl because originally it was just like a, but for me, it was just like always just a thing. I've always gravitated towards transsexuals more than gay men.
Right.
So
have you ever dated a transsexual? Or would you see yourself there? You sipping tea? What's going on?
I've dated a transsexual before.
Mm-hmm. And how was that? Because a lot of people think it's weird when they see a gay man in transsexual.
I think, and that was something I wanted to ask you about.
Okay, go ahead.
That's only in the black gay community do we use that. You in the white gay community, you'll see gay men dating transsexuals. You'll see two feminine guys together. In the black community, people only want masculinity. They only want to date someone masculine.
Okay.
When I first started doing drag, a lot of guys who were into me didn't want to be into me anymore.
Because
to them, all masculinity went away. But little did they know, I've always been Tiffany Fox.
Right.
But you get what I'm saying? That's only in our community. So I wanted to ask you, do you see that stereotype within our community?
Yes, because I'm one of them people.
No.
And I'm honest about it. I'm one of them people because, like you said, I always felt like, you're supposed to be with a masculine man. So, for me, even when I was a butch queen before I transitioned, I just never seen myself with gay men. And the reason why is just like, I feel like a woman and I want me a man. Damn, I'm getting older. Is what I ever probably give like a
not a thug. It doesn't have to be a thug. It could just be a man who's a little more softer, a little more.
None of my life of me going through experiences and things that I experienced, I will give someone that's not a thug or that's not in the streets or that's not hardcore a chance, because you know what? I feel like sometimes the things that you go through with these masculine guys, these they want to keep you a secret. They want to kill you. They want to hurt you. They want to play with you. They want to play with your feelings. It's just too much with that. It's just too much with that. So, a lot of men these days are not comfortable, so they still want to hide their image. So it's like, I'm too pretty to be a secret.
That's gross.
Secret. So I would definitely, let's get to this. So you had to pick 5 girls, okay? You on your way to Brooklyn, New York, Best Side Project, the hood. The motherfucking hood of hoods, honey. And you had to take 5 girls with you because they have them in a motherfucking ball and they got a $5,000 prize, bitch. And they told you to pick your 5 best girls. Who you bringing? Past, present, future. Who you bringing?
From Trenton.
Who you taking with you?
From Trenton?
From Iowa City. We're gonna talk about Trenton. We're gonna talk about where we from.
I knew she was gonna do something like this, y'all. And what's the category?
Your top girls, your realness girls, these bitches that's gonna get you through. Baby, you gotta walk through Brooklyn. There ain't no you can't catch an Uber. They want you to walk through no motherfucking projects without bottles and stuff being thrown at you. Who the hell you taking with you, girl?
I'm definitely taking am I including myself or no? I ain't gonna include myself.
No, don't include yourself. No, you bringing them with you. You bringing these girls with you.
My best friend, of course, you. You leading the pack. I'm gonna go with Alessandra.
Okay.
Alessandra. God.
Well, she's like our city.
I mean,
are we gonna just do the whole Mercer County then?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna definitely go with Alessandra.
Okay.
You, Alessandra. See, but realness doesn't always
mean... no, they don't gotta be pretty.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, let's break realness down.
Okay, so let me break down why I'm picking these people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick you because I know fishy realness.
Okay.
You are, that girl in the hood or the niggas want, the light-skinned chick walking down the street with the body. I'm gonna pick you for that.
Okay.
Alessandra, because she gives me Kardashian.
Yes, she does.
I'm high, Miami Beach. I'm gonna have her.
Money. She get money. Just
she looks like it, know.
Yes, she
Third, Third, I'm gonna go with Isis because to me, Isis is Project Con. I got 10 kids. What's good, bitch? Like I'm frying chicken. Like that. She gives me a real girl. Fourth, I'm gonna go. What's her name? What's her name?
Athena.
I'm gonna go with Athena. She's a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl. She came a long way. She came a very long way.
She was a pretty boy though. No shade.
Yeah, she's sexy
That
boy.
was my son back then.
So I'm definitely go with Athena. Number 5. It's like a toss up, a mix up. I got 2 people, and it's because they both give me the same thing. So for my